Hey friends, it is Lisa Martinez, founder of Little with Great Love, and it's Thursday, so what do? We recap. That's right, we go over all that's been on our hearts, going on in our homes, and with our health over the past week. So let's just settle in for a couple of minutes and get down to recapping. So let's start with this week of November 8th. Let's kick it off with Monday the 9th with our birthday girl, Danielle Knight, sharing about you and I are God's beloved. I know some of you can relate to this when she confesses that birthdays have actually been a struggle for her in the past, of inviting others to enter into the celebration with her. And why has that been a problem? Because they've served as reminders of some of life's previous hardships. But as God continues to restore Danielle, He affirms her belovedness, that she is worthy. Her life is worth celebrating just as yours is. So join us in doing that while also reflecting on our creation as God's beloved. Danielle calls us to receive God's blessing. And when we do so, we enter into those places where He wants to pour out His healing balm into our hearts. We are God's beloved, but often our identity isn't rooted in that. We believe the lies of the enemy, or what our wounds are dictating to us, or what the world tells us. And that's something I love about this blog and Danielle sharing from her heart. Please go read that from Monday on the blog under Heart. Then Wednesday on the blog, Michelle wrote about I have a plan for you. Who else has struggled with voices of failure or wondered, why am I here? I love this rawness and this realness that Michelle goes into, bringing us into her relationship with the Lord, of how things go when we did not anticipate it. So when Michelle shares about these deep workings of her heart with the Lord, it's so beautiful. I'm talking deep heart work where the Lord is stripping and revealing and leading and guiding and showing us that He has a plan for her, just as He does for you and I. Michelle brings us into these places where the Lord's been leading her over the past year and opens up about her struggles with failure and just really letting go, and how God's really honored that through her trust and surrender. Through the heartbreak of broken relationships, lost business, lost partnerships, God was there. Even though she had moments, Michelle trusted that He was always answering prayers and making a way. So we have that simple part, right? It's simple but not easy, of surrender and trust, especially when it leads us in places that were unexpected, right? Where we had a plan and things did not go that way, and God's bringing us into a totally new direction. And in that, it's amazing to see that when we really let go and allow Him to work, how it's beyond anything that we expected or imagined, if we can just allow Him to be God and for us to be His disciples and His followers. I love it. It's a real encouragement to keep surrendering and trusting on this journey. So go do that. Let it speak to your heart under Heart on the blog from Wednesday. Now is your time for the sneak peek. We always do this at the end to give you an advanced preview of what's going to be on the blog tomorrow. So on Friday, Tammi writes about walking with my spouse. If you guys have been following along, Tammi went through a hip replacement in January of this year. And it's amazing that how far she's come. There was a time where she couldn't even imagine walking with her husband. And now she's out and about, and it just thrills us to see her just being able to enjoy life, for the Lord to be able to work and bring about fruit in these areas that were so painful before. Beyond the physical benefits, the more that she walked, Tammi has found that she's been able to really clear her mind and enjoy the quiet time with the Lord. And He's been showing her that she could continue to walk with Him throughout her day, alone or with her husband. Tammi knows that this time of nightly walking has really been helping her and her husband grow closer. I love seeing that ways that we could share with each other what's working in our marriages and in our relationships. And I think it's important for us to speak those things into one another and share how we're doing that. So tomorrow on the blog, go read about that and get inspired to go take a walk with your husband. Hey, I just might, all right? Before I go, a couple of cool things. I hope that you guys have gone into the shop and checked out our gratitude pack. All of the proceeds are going to support the Vermilion Women's Resource Center. It's supporting a great cause, and your donations as low as $5 for over 40 downloads is awesome. So I really hope that you'll take advantage of that and have some amazing gratitude exercises that you can do right in your homes with your families this November. And also, we have something super exciting next week. Let's get ready for Advent. You guys have been asking and waiting, I know, for us to get back to our speaker series, and we are going to be doing a live panel before Thanksgiving so that we can share with you guys how we're preparing for Advent, our traditions, resources, ideas, all kinds of awesome things for Advent. We will have freebies also. You know, it's usually we're so busy with Thanksgiving that Advent is that Sunday right afterwards that sneaks up on us and we're like, what crap, what are we gonna do? So don't miss this next week. We'll be sharing about that on Instagram, Facebook, all over so that you can join us. I've also added our Christmas cards to the shop, guys. These are hand lettered, hand painted watercolors that made into cards. These support our ministry here, so it's an awesome way for you guys to get your cards this year and also give back and support us and the ministry that we're trying to do of restoration and healing. So I hope that you guys will take advantage of all those great things in the shop. We do tons of freebies in there as well. Our Circle of Influence has been our top download, and it's been downloaded from around the world. It's amazing to see those great things, and we hope that you'll be able to give and give back as well while you're there. So let's be a little bit more prepared for Advent this year, guys, and be able to then enter more deeply into that sacred time of waiting in anticipation with the Lord. I can't wait to share all that we have with you guys, so stay tuned on Facebook and on Instagram like you do, and subscribe to YouTube. All these things that we'll be sharing with you guys across the socials. It's just ways for us to accompany you on the journey. And as always, thank you for joining us on the restoration journey.